Hi, I'm Jana, and this is a Real Mom car tour. Actually, it's Real Mom driving impressions of my time with the 2025 Buick Enclave. I drove 3 trim levels and I did videos on every one of those, so go find them and I will try to link them up top. I'm going to focus this video just on my driving impressions.
You don't have to talk, but you can. Hi.
Hello.
Okay, this is Connie Peters. She's amazing. If you don't follow her, you should. We're both all over TikTok and Instagram. And right now you're watching us on YouTube because we are driving the 2025 Buick Enclave. And this is the Avenir trim level. So let me tell you what you need to know about the Enclave for 2025. They simplified the trim levels. So there's 3 and they've been changed. Your entry level trim level is going to be called, what's it called? Preferred. Your entry level is called Preferred. The trim after that is what we were in earlier today. It's called ST for Sport Touring. I always feel like I say that word weird. And then we are in the Avenir, and the Avenir is the top of the line.
So I will say that you're quite an aggressive driver in these curves.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. But like, people don't think that you're going to tackle a street like this in a 3-row family vehicle.
Well, this one can handle it. It feels good.
I think they can handle it, but I mean, I'm a mom, you're a mom.
Yeah.
I drive like this.
Yeah.
I mean, you just rode with me.
Yeah.
I'm an
Great
aggressive.
driver.
Well, thank you. I'm an aggressive. I like to get there. I like to get there fast. I'm not pussyfooting around. Is that a word that we're still using?
I don't know. I don't say it, but you clearly do.
What do you say in Canada? Like pussyfooting around is like tiptoeing.
Probably both. We probably say both, but I don't know what I say.
I need you to be the spokesperson for all Canadians.
I love when people do that to me.
I know. Like what is the entire country of Canada?
I don't know.
All right, so clearly we're not having any fun at all on this drive. The way these drives work is that people always ask how we drive these cars. You get invited by a manufacturer. So Buick invited both of us separately, obviously, to this event. And then they give you the opportunity to learn about the cars briefly and then just take them. And there's normally routes mapped out. And so if I were to hit saved, you can see the places that we've gone or where they would want us to go or suggest for us to go. And then it's kind of up to our discretion from there on what we want to do. So we've gone off the beaten path. We went to, what was it? Like some oceanfront. Oceanside.
Yeah.
Went to some oceanside thing where we really tried to get a great shot because it's beautiful here on the coast of Oregon, but the fog has rolled in pretty hard. I'm going to turn you to the side to see if you can see anything.
We are, as soon as we get past these houses, you'll catch a glimpse of the beach.
So stick around. I promise you it is worth it. And then when you get to this breakfast event, they do a little short presentation just to kind of tell you what you need to know about the vehicle, what's new, and that sort of thing. And then you pick a drive partner. And normally it's 80% men, 20% women. For some reason, this particular weekend, it's all women and like one guy, which is fine. One or two, maybe 2 guys, and they immediately ran to each other. You would have thought a shotgun went off, and the 2 guys take off. And so anyway, Connie and I are buddies outside of YouTube and Instagram, and so it was a natural fit that we were going to ride together because we knew we would do funny stuff. Like we stopped at the Tillamook Creamery. Tillamook's a cheese, for those that don't know. It was really good. We had samples. We had fun. And at the end of the day, when we toss these keys to somebody, we'll be stopping at the bar for a glass of wine. There are bikers everywhere out here. I will say there's so many safety features. I don't know how to hold this so it's like not awkward. There's so many safety features on this car. It takes a hot second to get used to. You have bicycle alert, pedestrian alert, cross traffic alert. You have the thing where, which is kind of what I just said about the bicyclist alert, but if you're parked and you're about to, let's just say you're just parked, you haven't done anything, you'll get an alert that somebody's coming up your side, because what you don't want to do is like open up a door and whip into, that would be on a sitcom, but you know what I mean, open up a door into somebody who's coming down beside the car. And then we have haptics in the seat. So they call this a safe seat where her buns are. Because if she were to face an obstruction or an obstacle.
Yeah, like a rock or a tree or something.
Yeah, or even just people walking behind the car when we were over at the beach.
Yeah.
It will beep at you or flash at you, but also your seat will like vibrate like this, so that if you are hearing impaired or the music's really loud or whatever, you're still alerted that there is possible danger or something to avoid or just to pay attention. My arm's hurting, so I'll be back. Oh my gosh. We are in the Pacific Northwest. We're somewhere going towards the coast in Oregon, and this is so freaking stunning. This is why I have a GoPro.
This is Oceanside.
Oh my god, I love it.
I just got chills. I love this place.
I love it. Okay, I'm doing vertical. I'm doing... Get it all.
Mm-hmm.
This is unbelievably beautiful. Be right back, YouTube. Under the hood of the new Enclave, we have a 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. It is going to be the same engine or powertrain that you're going to have in the new Traverse and the new Acadia. It's going to have pretty good MPG and decent horsepower, actually better than decent, with like 328 horsepower. But the big star of the show is the Super Cruise hands-free driving, which is the very first product from Buick this has ever been offered on. So I'm going to show you that here. All right, we are in the Enclave. We switched again. We've switched cars a couple times today, and we are tired. I am on West Coast time, and I am exhausted. I've hit a wall, and I'm riding with Connie, and we just did a driver change. And I said I have to use Super Cruise the whole way because I feel brain dead. I feel exhausted. So like, this is one of the reasons, this is one of the prime reasons why Super Cruise is great. It's easy to set. It's mapped on, I don't know how many thousands of miles of highways. And we're on a secondary road and it's working great. So to engage Super Cruise, you touch this button. And then this will come up white, but it will turn green when it's fully engaged. And then if you see my steering wheel right here, this green means it's fully engaged. And what this all is telling me is that I can take my hands off the wheel, I can take my feet off the pedals, and I can just relax and chill for a minute. And it's also, I don't know if you can see this, I'm gonna try to bring you in on my head-up display. Sometimes it's tricky to show a head-up display, but if you can see, I'm also showing my Super Cruise information, that I'm engaged, and I'm asking for it to be at 60 miles an hour. It shows me my highway, my nav is coming up, the speed limit sign, and then the time. So if you don't like the head-up display, you can toggle it off with this button, which is what Connie did because she just doesn't care for it, or at least the configuration. It says you can adjust it. I haven't messed with that. I'm not going to, because Super Cruise does not want me to be unsafe. So the thing about Super Cruise, General Motors hands-free driving system, it will speed you up and slow you down to keep you in line with traffic, and it will also change lanes for you. And it should work when you're trailering or towing, and this thing tows up to 5,000 pounds. So you still need to be engaged, you still need to pay attention, but I've got my ventilated seat on, I've got my massaging seat on, and I am just gonna be a little bit more refreshed hopefully when I get back, because when I'm so exhausted, this takes one little bit of stress off my plate. Okay, we came up to Cape Mears, because we wanted to see the lighthouse, but it is super fog, like unbelievable fog. Can you see this? So the one thing I love about driving the Enclave is that it turns on a dime. We have pulled it in and out of some really tight spots, and I like the way it handles. So we've been driver swapping. So one of us drives for like an hour or so, and then we get to a stopping point. We have bathroom, snacks, water break, whatever, and then we switch and we go on another leg, and then we switch trim levels. So the difference in the trims is the appointments. It's like the garnish, you know. The things that are standard are going to be the LED lights, the 30-inch screen. But Avenir gets you these 22s, which looks amazing, and actual real leather seats. The other trim levels are leatherette, which is fine for me because you're going to have a lower price point on that. And then look at this setup in here. We're committed to getting the content that you want so that you can not like or subscribe or anything, and then we're wondering what we did wrong. So what do you think of the 2025 Buick Enclave? Is the quiet luxury enough to get you to consider this over the competition? The Mazda CX-90, the Acura NDX. I really think the competitor set also includes the Telluride, the Palisade, the Grand Highlander. There's so many cars in this crammed, jammed 3-row SUV game. What's your favorite? Let me know in the comments. So for me, and the refreshed, redesigned Buick Enclave that if I didn't mention yet is bigger. It's taller and wider and longer than the previous generation. I think that's all I've got. Thanks for watching.